Hi, sweet friends. Welcome, welcome. If you're watching this video, it means that you just took the homeschool quiz. What's driving your homeschool? Pressure or purpose? This quiz was designed to help you identify where you are right now in your homeschool journey so that you can begin making small shifts that bring peace and confidence into your teaching. Okay, so your result was that you feel lots of overwhelm in your homeschool right now. I want to help you shift your mindset around this concept of overwhelm because here's something really important that you need to remember. Your children are watching you. You have complete control of only a few things. And one of those few things are your thoughts around the circumstances of your life. Homeschooling your children is your circumstance right now. Your thoughts of overwhelm, that makes you show up in a certain way for your children. When I feel overwhelmed, sometimes it paralyzes me from taking action because there's so much to do and I don't know where to start, so I'm just not going to do anything. Or I second guess my choices, right? So these are just a few examples of what happens when I take overwhelm in my life and what the action is the result. So when your children watch you in overwhelm, they are learning how to approach learning, challenges, in life by watching how you experience homeschool. So it's time to start changing your thoughts around overwhelm. This will directly transform you and indirectly transform your children. So, first, let's take a big deep breath. If you landed here, your days probably feel full, but not focused. You are carrying so much: the house, the kids, the decisions, the expectations, and somewhere in the middle of all of it, you feel scattered. Maybe even wondering if you're doing enough. Overwhelm tends to create all of these thoughts on hyperdrive. This doesn't mean that you're failing. This doesn't mean you need to do more. Many times we need to slow down enough to ask ourselves what actually matters right now. You don't need a new planner. You don't need to wake up at 4 a.m. Thank heavens. You don't need to try harder. You just need some direction. And remembering why you started homeschooling in the first place. Did God plant this idea in your heart? Did He nudge you towards this calling? If He did, then He didn't call you to keep up with the Joneses down the street. He didn't call you to try and recreate someone's homeschool. And He definitely didn't call you to live in comparison. He called you to be the mother, the children that your children need. Overwhelm often shows up when we create impossible expectations in our minds. So we picture in our heads a perfect lesson or that meaningful moment or the beautiful homeschool day, and then reality hits, right? Kids argue, someone gets distracted, the day just goes sideways. And then suddenly we start thinking that we are doing something wrong. But let me ask you something. Who are you showing up as in your homeschool? Because remember, your thoughts drive emotions, and then your emotions drive actions, and then your actions create the results that you want. If your thoughts are filled with pressure or comparison or fear, that then becomes the atmosphere of your home or your homeschool and your teaching with your children. If your thoughts are rooted in trust and in confidence and in direction from God, everything then starts to shift. So, where are your thoughts right now? Many of us chase this idea of balance, but perfect balance actually doesn't exist. When you're homeschooling, something else is waiting for your attention. When you're exercising, something else pauses. This doesn't mean that you're failing by not doing those other things. There isn't any danger in this. That's just life. So I want you to think about an acrobat and the ones that spin the plates, the ones on the head, the arms, all over, right? Each plate spins at different speeds. If you watch it carefully, they're not ever spinning at the same speed. The acrobat simply adjusts her attention to where it's needed. But if she tries to spin too many plates, one eventually is going to fall. So we need to stop trying to spin them all. I say we because I've been there. I want you to try this little exercise. So I want you to write down 5 areas that matter most to you in this season. Okay, just 5. Then I want you to bring that list in your prayers and ask the Lord the question of, did you ask me to carry all of this? Okay, because here's a truth that might set you free. It's okay to say no. No to expectations that aren't from God. No to comparison, no to perfection, no to keeping up. I've worked with many homeschooling moms, and overwhelm is one of the struggles I see most often. It was one of my struggles when I started homeschooling. This is one of the reasons why I am launching, and I'm so excited, my new homeschooling coaching program. And it's called Lift. I want to literally help lift you out of survival mode and into a confident leader and teacher for your children. Inside Lift, I help homeschool moms quiet all of the outside voices and to help them feel confident and peaceful in their ability to teach their children. And once you can figure that out, it changes the entire environment in your home and for your children. So the goal isn't just to get through homeschooling. That's not our goal. Our goal is to create a homeschool that gives your kids a meaningful education and a love of learning that will extend far beyond your home. And along the way, something miraculously happens. Many moms discover something very surprising. They grow too. So, your action step tonight after your kids are in bed, I want you to find a quiet place and write on a piece of paper these words: old thought, new thought, and new emotion. So, remember, your old thought is overwhelm, which leads to paralysis, right? So, here's an example. Your old thought, there's too much to do. Have you ever thought that? I have. And the new thought that you can replace this with is, I only need to lead the next step. What is the next right thing that I can do? And now your emotion that's attached to that is now steadiness. It's no longer, oh, there's so much to do. Instead of thinking that there is so much to do, it's all I need to know is what is my next step. Okay, so here, try this one. Here's another example to get your mind thinking. Here's an old thought, and that I want to have you become as your old thought is, have you ever said, we are so behind? Okay. Your new thought that you could replace that old thought with is, learning is still happening. Okay. What emotion now comes with replacing that old thought with that new one? Okay. There is a new emotion of trust that children are still constantly learning, even in messy days. Okay. So the homeschool you create always begins in your mind. And I would love to walk with you on this journey. The part that I'm so excited to tell you about is that I am opening up a beta test for my homeschool coaching program. So what does this mean? It means that it is going to be at a discounted price just for you. The first class will be completely free. And to sign up for this free webinar, all you're going to do is simply click on the link in your email and enter in your information. Once you enter into your information, you are now registered for that free webinar. You will receive an email with the date, the time, and the link to join that webinar live. I am so excited to start working with you. I want to help you skip all of the overwhelm that our brains put us through. I don't want you to lose yourself as you go through this process. I want to be in your back pocket as giving you encouragement and direction as you teach and homeschool your kids. So you are going to be amazed how this entire process transforms you along with your kids. And if you're ready, let's go.